Shalom. First of all, I'd like to start off by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua Ba'Shem, Rakakadash. Double honor to teachers, elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, and likewise, brothers out there putting on this truth, faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and to you brothers and sisters that are tuning in, Shalom. And you Edomites, you so-called white people, you really think you're so special, right? Let's go into the book of Psalms 10 and 6, and it says, He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. Well, according to the scriptures, that's not quite the case there, you Edomites, you so-called white people, because you see, y'all have always sat in your ivory towers looking from the inside, outside, the children of Israel, so-called Black Americans and Latinos, okay, always in adversity, always being trodden, always being oppressed, and by whom? By you, really, okay, your government, okay, which is, you go back into the time when they came over here, and rape, kill, and murder the tribe of Gad here in Great Babylon, America, in which you guys established yourself as Americans and, walking around with these bywords of us, so-called African Americans, so-called Native Americans, so-called Latino Americans, and, telling, Jakes to get out of your land and go back to Africa and all those places like that. Well, the Lord, okay, is going to show his face to you, and it's not going to be a pretty face, okay? Let's go into the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, starting verse 7. It says, Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Now, this place is known as spiritual Sodom and Egypt, and anyone who would step outside any given day can see why it's called Sodom, okay? And Egypt were all slaves here. The children of Yasharala, okay, Israel, also called Blacks, Native Americans, and Latino, are here behind enemy wall, okay, prisons of war right now that's going on. This war is a spiritual war, but there is going to be a physical clash that's going to be going on between the tribes here in Great Babylon, America. It says, But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Okay, this place has been prophesied to be destroyed. Okay, and as I said earlier, okay, this place is known as spiritual Sodom in Egypt, and the Lord has made it very clear that He's going to smite this place. Okay, as He did in ancient Egypt. Okay, as before, where we were slaves. Okay, under the oppression of Pharaoh. Okay, continuing on, it says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that power shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful consolation. Here's the reason why you've seen all these Edomites now putting up these TikTok videos talking about they're making six figures, but they still can't make ends meet. Things is not, going quite the way they thought it was going to be, saving up for a retirement. These companies are collapsing just overnight, taking away all their 401k, and they don't have that stability, that mindset, okay, of peace of mind that it was before. And this is what the Lord is doing right now, okay? But there's still a lot of these Edomites, and they're sitting in their ivory tower, they're sitting in there, on the balcony of their 50th floor, condominium, and looking at the peasants down below scurrying around. But this is coming to all of you, okay? And also the 2/3 that's joined on with you, that constantly trying to keep this place going. And it says, Woe to the world and them that dwell in, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. This is inevitable. There's 18 tribes, or 18 of those tribes are here in Great Babylon, America. You're not going to get along, okay? No matter how much you want to be a coward, stuff your head under a pillow, try to hide and go peace, let's go march and let's get along, and I know you from high school or college or from work. It doesn't matter. The Lord is going to what? Turn everybody, okay, with the exception of his elect, that he's going to preserve and save, okay, on each other, okay? So welcome, okay, to the real hell here in Great Babylon, America. And it says, For there should be seditions amongst men, in waiting one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the cause of their actions shall stand their power. Do you really believe that everybody's going to bow down, okay, to the mandate that's going to be coming up? Okay, Bill Gates and his managed woman, okay, came and said that in 2025 there's going to be another scandemic that's going to take place, and it's going to get everybody's attention. Well, leading up to that time right now, as you can see, everybody's walking around quite normal right now, feeling that, that's the thing of the past. Okay, these people are not staying up to date of what's going on in the world like we do. Okay, and then you get those your doomsday preppers. Okay, the rest of you people are walking around there with your head up your doggone cahooch. Okay, because you think that you're above those people, okay, that have always been oppressed, okay, that have always been trodden down underfoot, okay, but you're about to get a rude awakening right now, okay, because there is going to be sedition and division, because you're not going to get along, and not everybody's going to bow down to the new type of rulership and these draconian laws that's going to be issued right here. There's going to be resistance, and it says, a man shall desire to go in the city and should not be able, for because of the pride the city should be troubled, and the houses should be destroyed, and man should be afraid. That's right, you're going to be afraid. Now you're going to say to yourself, well, hey, that's fairy tale. Really, let's go into the book of Isaiah 19, okay, starting verse 14, because this should hit home to you right away. Okay, it says, the Lord Yahweh Shemashai mingle a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggered in this woman. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, great Babylon, America, which the head or tail or branch or rush may do. Go and take a look and do a Google search right now and see how many companies are closing doors right now. Look how many stores are closing down doors right now. You had all these big stores like, Staples and Bed and Bath and all. I mean, we're talking about stores that has been around for a long time. Okay, now closing, shuttering down. Okay, and the majority of people here in Great Babylon, America, skill set is mostly customer service. Very simple. They lack skill set, which is the reason why you have a lot of the skill is being imported from places like India and China and Japan, and all these other countries where people actually have technical skill to continue keep the continuity of Great Babylon, America, because the people here don't have the kind of skills. And it says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail or branch may do. In that day Egypt shall be like unto women, and it should be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shemashai. Which is one thing when the Lord is what? A man of war. Okay, so what do? You break down, okay, the supply chain. Okay, you break down, okay, the ability for your enemy to replenish itself, to continue on, to be able to fight back. And this is what you're seeing going on right now. The Lord Yahweh Shemashai strategically breaking this place down. Okay, so that mindset you Edomites have of not being in adversity, okay, you are in adversity, but many of you are trying to ignore it, because right now we're going to get into that a little bit later in 2nd Ezra chapter 16. It says, and the land of Judah, just when y'all thought it was just bad, it's going to get worse. Because here's the deal, okay? The same people that you've been oppressing right now, they still can eat. They still got a TV to watch. They still get a little cell phone. They still have a ways of entertaining like that. So because of that, the 2/3 have kind of a hope here. But now, see, the hope is going to be gone as we read right here, because no more jobs, okay? From top to bottom, okay? And here's what Judah is going to go do. And it says, in the land of Judah should be a terror unto Egypt, great Babylon, America. Everyone that maketh mention thereof should be afraid of himself, because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shemashai, which he had determined against it. Okay, so terror. Okay, just what you see in those movies there, with all the places and houses burning down and people clashing on like that. You saw what happened in Alabama. that's nothing compared to what's going to be coming. Again, I've mentioned many times, okay, Hebrew Israelites, okay, the true biblical Hebrew Israelite, Yasharah, so-called Blacks, Americans, and Latinos outnumber all of these other tribes, in particular these Edomites, okay? Now, this is the 2/3 that you're going to be dealing with. You're not going to be dealing with the elect. The righteous is going to be taken out of the situation, okay? And so you're going to be dealing with the created nigger, okay? The ones that you put the guns in the neighborhoods, the ones that you have sagging their trousers, the ones that you have as fairies right now, the one that wants to have and be covetous and have everything. You see, when we come out on the highway in the Bible, we try to tell our people not to follow the ways of the doggone wicked one, which is Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man. Okay, we get channel strike. Okay, we get called haters and all the other things like that. So guess what? The Lord is going to put the spirit, the real wicked spirit, in these 2/3, the ones that y'all want to keep mingling around with and giving the bro love to and the sister love to and all the other shit like that. The nigga that y'all create, okay, he's going to give them to y'all. But see, they're not going to be friendly. Okay. Because see, the Lord is what? A man of war. So he loves to see bloodshed. especially of those people that he despised the most, which is who? You Edomites, you so-called white people, okay? And it's 2/3 who's going to die here on this side, okay, and be reborn into the kingdom under the righteous seed, okay, of the man that he brings out, okay, out of this place, okay? And then let's go into the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 21. It says, "Behold, victuals should be so good cheap on earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case." Right now you can still buy stuff, okay? If you got a little bit of chump change, in your pocket, you can still buy some stuff. "And even then shall evil grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." See, you people are going to be confused more and more and more because you're not understanding, okay, the process of how this is happening. Okay, the elect is understanding this. A man that you see on the highway and the byway, sign of crime, is understanding, which is the reason why you see us going on there. We're bringing out these gospel, we're bringing out these lessons, okay, and we're warning really our 1/3 elect, okay, of Yasharala, the hopefully elect of Yasharala. The rest of you people, okay, you have to hear this word because you have to hear the judgment that's going to be coming, okay. And I'll read that again. It says, "Behold, victual should be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then evil shall grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." Turn on, go to CNN, or you can go to any news outlet, type in a Google keyword of their war, pestilence, and famine going on right now. And this is August 11, 2023, and you will see pages after pages after pages of this happening right now on this earth. So what makes you Babylonians, okay, you so-called Americans, think that this is not going to happen to you? What makes you Edomite think that you're so special? We're telling you, okay, that you're not special. In fact, you are hated the most of all nations and tribes on this earth by Yahweh Shemeshai, and he's going to judge you at the hands of these other 17 nations here who's going to be catching hell here in Great Babylon, America, real soon. And it says, "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, starvation. The other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." So you can have food. Hey, stock up all you want, okay? Somebody's going to come there and take that from you with the sword. And that means that's your life. And it says, "And the dead shall be cast as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them." No, nobody's going to clean it up. Jay certainly is hell going to be cleaning it up, and certainly the elect is not going to be doing it, okay? So you're going to be walking on there. Oh, I could go all day about this, about the flies and the stench that you're going to be smelling, the disease that's going to go on with it, okay? "For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. There should be no man left to tell the earth to sow," because it's going to go into World War III, because nobody is going to get along. This dystopian society that Esau is looking to create is not going to come to fruition, okay? He's going to manage to get enough of the people to take his mark of the beast, okay, the RFID microchip in their body, okay? And he's going to feel comfortable at the fact that he's got some type of victory, which of course the Lord is going to make that short-lived and destroy this man horribly. Okay, Lord willing, you edify. Let the close by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh by Shem, Yahushua by Shem, Rakakadash, double honors that teaches others and apostles, great Muslim, likewise, brothers that they're putting on the truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep, and to you, brothers and sisters tuning in. Shalom.